Ladies, this is for you. In a world that often tells us who we should be, how we should look, and what we should do, it's time to break free. It's time to reclaim our power, our voice, and our worth. This is not just another speech. It's a wake-up call, a reminder that you are strong, capable, and enough just as you are. Today I want to speak directly to the warrior in you, the woman who has faced struggles, doubts, and setbacks, yet still stands tall, because every woman needs to see this, hear this, and believe this. You are unstoppable. From the moment we enter this world, society begins to place expectations upon us. We are told how to behave, how to look, what to say, and even what to aspire to. These expectations can sometimes make us feel as though we are not enough. We begin to measure our worth based on external factors, our appearance, our achievements, our relationships, and even the approval of others. But the truth is, your worth is not determined by any of these things. You are enough, just as you are. Many women grow up feeling the weight of comparison. From a young age, we are subtly and sometimes overtly taught to compare ourselves to others, whether it is through media, social expectations, or even the people around us. We begin to believe that we must fit a specific mold to be considered valuable. The truth, however, is that no two people are alike, and our individuality is what makes us special. Trying to fit into a mold that was never designed for us only leads to self-doubt and insecurity. One of the greatest struggles many women face is the battle between self-acceptance and societal approval. We are conditioned to believe that we must look a certain way, achieve certain things, and behave in a way that is deemed acceptable. This creates an internal conflict where we begin to question if who we are is truly enough. We feel the pressure to prove ourselves, to go above and beyond, just to receive the validation that we believe will make us feel whole. But the reality is that external validation is fleeting. The approval of others can come and go, and basing our self-worth on it leaves us in a constant cycle of seeking something that may never be enough. Understanding that you are enough starts with self-awareness. It requires looking inward and recognizing the qualities that make you unique and valuable. It means acknowledging your strengths, your talents, and even your imperfections, and realizing that they are all part of what makes you whole. Society may try to tell you otherwise, but the moment you embrace who you truly are, you reclaim your power. Women are often expected to juggle multiple roles. We are daughters, sisters, mothers, professionals, caretakers, and so much more. In trying to meet these expectations, we sometimes lose sight of our own needs and desires. We place the happiness of others above our own, and in doing so, may begin to feel as though we are never doing enough. But the truth is, you do not have to prove your worth to anyone. You are enough, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Negative self-talk is one of the biggest obstacles to self-acceptance. How often do we criticize ourselves for not being good enough, smart enough, or beautiful enough? These thoughts can become deeply ingrained, shaping the way we see ourselves and the way we interact with the world. But it is important to challenge these thoughts. Instead of focusing on what you believe you lack, focus on what you bring to the table. Recognize your accomplishments, no matter how small. Celebrate your progress, and remind yourself that growth is a journey, not a destination. Perfection is an illusion, yet so many of us chase it. We strive to be the perfect mother, the perfect friend, the perfect professional, the perfect partner, but perfection is unattainable, and in the pursuit of it, we often fail to appreciate the beauty of our imperfections. It is our flaws that make us human, and it is our humanity that connects us to one another. Embracing imperfection allows us to let go of unrealistic expectations and simply be who we are. Self-worth is not something that needs to be earned. It is inherent. You do not need to accomplish a certain goal, look a certain way, or be in a certain place in life to be worthy. Your worth is not conditional on anything external. It exists within you, regardless of what others may think or say. When you start to believe this, you free yourself from the need for approval and validation. The people you surround yourself with play a significant role in how you perceive yourself. If you are constantly around those who bring you down, make you question your worth, or fail to appreciate you for who you are, it can be difficult to hold on to the belief that you are enough. That is why it is so important to build a support system of people who uplift you, who see your value, and who remind you of your worth, even when you struggle to see it yourself. Having people who believe in you can make all the difference in your journey towards self-acceptance. One of the most powerful things a woman can do is stand in her truth, to know who she is, to embrace her strengths and weaknesses, and to walk confidently in her purpose. When you stop seeking validation from others and start validating yourself, you take control of your own happiness. You no longer rely on external sources to define you, because you know that you are enough as you are. It is easy to get caught up in what we believe we lack, but shifting the focus to what we already have can be transformative. Gratitude is a powerful tool in recognizing our worth. Taking the time to appreciate what we bring to the world, the relationships we have, the lessons we have learned, and the person we are becoming can help us shift our perspective. Instead of dwelling on what we think we are missing, we can start to see the abundance that already exists within us. The journey to truly believing that you are enough is not always easy. It requires unlearning years of conditioning, breaking free from limiting beliefs, and actively choosing self-love every single day. There will be moments of doubt, times when you fall back into old patterns of seeking approval. But the important thing is to keep reminding yourself of the truth. You do not have to prove your worth to anyone. Confidence comes from within. It is not about being the loudest in the room or having everything figured out. It is about trusting yourself, believing in your capabilities, and knowing that you are deserving of love, respect, and success. When you carry yourself with the belief that you are enough, others will start to see it too. You set the standard for how you expect to be treated, and when you know your worth, you refuse to settle for anything less. It is also important to recognize that you are not alone in this journey. So many women struggle with self-doubt, with feeling like they are not enough. But together we can change the narrative. We can uplift one another, remind each other of our worth, and create a world where every woman feels seen, heard, and valued. When we embrace our own self-worth, we inspire others to do the same. Healing from self-doubt and embracing self-worth takes time. It is a process of letting go of the past, forgiving ourselves for the times we doubted our own value, and choosing to move forward with confidence. It is about understanding that our mistakes do not define us, that our struggles do not diminish our worth, and that we are constantly evolving. Every woman deserves to know that she is enough. Not because of what she does, not because of how she looks, and not because of the validation she receives from others, but simply because she exists. When you internalize this truth, you free yourself from the chains of self-doubt. You begin to walk with confidence, love yourself fully, and embrace the life that is meant for you. Power is not something that is given, it is something that is claimed. From an early age, many women are conditioned to believe that they should be accommodating, agreeable, and selfless to be accepted. They are taught to shrink themselves, to quiet their voices, and to put the needs of others before their own. But real empowerment comes from embracing one's inner strength, from recognizing that every woman has the ability to shape her own life and define her own path. Embracing power does not mean overpowering others. It means stepping fully into one's own potential, making choices based on personal values, and standing firm in what one believes. The first step to embracing power is understanding that it already exists within. Too often, women are led to believe that they need permission to be strong, that their power is something to be granted by external forces. But true strength comes from within, from the ability to trust one's instincts, to make decisions with confidence, and to know that self-worth is not dependent on anyone else's validation. This realization is transformative because it shifts the narrative from seeking approval to owning one's identity without apology. Many women hesitate to embrace their power because they fear how others will perceive them. Society often labels strong women as aggressive, difficult, or intimidating, while rewarding those who stay within the confines of expectation. This creates an internal battle where the desire to be liked conflicts with the need to be authentic. The truth is, power does not lie in seeking to please everyone. It lies in the courage to be oneself fully, to speak one's mind without fear, and to make choices that align with one's values rather than external expectations. Speaking up is one of the most powerful ways to embrace strength. Far too often, women hold back their thoughts and ideas, afraid of being dismissed or judged. But every voice matters, and every woman has something valuable to contribute. Whether in personal relationships, the workplace, or society at large, owning one's voice is essential. Confidence in communication is not about being the loudest in the room, but about knowing that one's words carry weight. It means advocating for oneself, setting boundaries, and refusing to be silenced when something matters deeply. Setting boundaries is a crucial aspect of owning power. Many women struggle with saying no, fearing that they will be seen as unkind or selfish. But boundaries are not about pushing people away. They are about self-respect. They define what is acceptable and what is not, creating space for emotional well-being and personal growth. When a woman learns to set and uphold her boundaries, she sends a clear message that her time, energy, and emotions are valuable. This is a radical act of self-empowerment because it shifts the dynamic from being controlled by external pressures to being in control of one's own life. Confidence is a direct expression of personal power. It is not about never feeling doubt, but about moving forward despite it. Confidence grows through experience, through taking risks, and through proving to oneself that challenges can be overcome. Too often, women wait until they feel completely ready before pursuing opportunities, but confidence is built through action, not hesitation. Every time a woman pushes past fear, stands up for herself, or takes on a new challenge, she reinforces her own strength. She learns that she is capable, resilient, and powerful in ways she may not have previously realized. Owning power also means embracing ambition. Women are often made to feel that wanting success, leadership, or influence is something to be ashamed of. They are sometimes encouraged to downplay their achievements to avoid making others uncomfortable. But ambition is not arrogance. It is the reflection of passion, determination, and the desire to create impact. There is nothing wrong with wanting to excel, to be recognized for one's talents, and to pursue dreams without limit. When a woman owns her ambition, she not only paves the way for her own success, but also inspires others to do the same. One of the most significant barriers to embracing power is the fear of failure. Many women hold themselves back, worrying that they will not be good enough, that they will make mistakes, or that they will face criticism. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the journey. Every setback is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to come back stronger. The most powerful women are not those who have never failed, but those who have refused to let failure define them. They understand that every challenge is a stepping stone, and that resilience is built through perseverance. Taking up space, physically, emotionally, and intellectually, is an act of self-empowerment. Women are often socialized to be small, to be agreeable, and to avoid making others uncomfortable. But owning power means standing tall, speaking clearly, and not minimizing oneself to make others feel at ease. It means recognizing that one has a right to be in any room, to express opinions freely, and to contribute without hesitation. It is about carrying oneself with the confidence that says, "I belong here," without waiting for permission. The journey to embracing power also involves unlearning limiting beliefs. Many women carry internalized doubts passed down through generations or reinforced by societal norms. Thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," "I don't deserve success," or "I shouldn't take up too much space," can become deeply ingrained. But these beliefs are not truths. They are barriers. Overcoming them requires intentional self-reflection, replacing negative thoughts with affirmations of strength, and surrounding oneself with people who reinforce one's worth rather than diminish it. Financial independence is another key aspect of owning power. Women who have control over their finances have control over their choices. Economic empowerment allows for freedom, security, and the ability to make decisions that align with personal values rather than dependency. Whether through building a career, investing, or developing financial literacy, taking charge of one's financial well-being is a crucial step toward true empowerment. Mentorship and community play a vital role in fostering strength. No woman succeeds entirely on her own. Having mentors, role models, and supportive networks provides guidance, encouragement, and opportunities for growth. Likewise, uplifting other women is an essential part of embracing power. When women support one another, they create a ripple effect that strengthens everyone. Instead of competing, collaboration and solidarity lead to greater success for all. Authenticity is the foundation of true empowerment. There is no one way to be a powerful woman. Strength does not have a single definition. It is unique to each individual. Some women express power through leadership, others through creativity, resilience, kindness, or determination. The key is to embrace what makes one unique and to stand confidently in that truth. Trying to fit into someone else's version of power only leads to disconnection from oneself. True strength comes from embracing individuality, living unapologetically, and refusing to be anything other than oneself. Women who embrace their power inspire others to do the same. They challenge the status quo, break barriers, and redefine what is possible. Every time a woman stands in her strength, speaks her truth, and refuses to be diminished, she paves the way for those who come after her. The impact of self-empowerment extends beyond the individual. It shapes families, communities, and entire generations. Fear and doubt are two of the biggest obstacles standing between people and their full potential. They creep in silently, making even the strongest individuals question their abilities, their worth, and their dreams. These feelings are natural, but they do not have to be permanent. Overcoming fear and doubt is not about eliminating them entirely. It is about learning to move forward in spite of them. The key is to recognize that fear is often a liar, a distortion of reality that holds people back from stepping into their true power. Fear is the mind's way of protecting itself from the unknown, but growth can only happen by stepping outside of what feels safe and familiar. Doubt is the voice that whispers, "You are not good enough, you are not ready, or you will fail." It comes from past experiences, from the fear of judgment, and from internalized beliefs that have been shaped over time. Many people grow up being told to play it safe, to not take risks, and to stay within the boundaries of what is comfortable. This conditioning leads to hesitation, to second guessing, and to shrinking back when opportunities arise. The first step to overcoming doubt is to recognize it for what it is, a barrier that exists only in the mind. Just because a thought enters the mind does not make it true. Doubt is a habit, and like any habit, it can be broken. Fear is often rooted in the need for certainty. People want guarantees before they take action. They want to know that they will succeed, that they will be accepted, that they will not face rejection or failure. But life does not come with guarantees, and waiting for certainty means staying stuck in the same place. Some of the most successful individuals in the world have faced immense fear and doubt, but what sets them apart is their willingness to act despite it. They understand that courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to keep going even when fear is present. Fear of failure is one of the biggest reasons people hold themselves back. The thought of making mistakes, of being judged, or of facing setbacks can be paralyzing. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the journey to success. Every mistake, every setback, every rejection is a lesson. The most successful people are not those who have never failed, but those who have failed and kept going. They learn, they adapt, and they use their experiences to grow stronger. Failure is only permanent if one chooses to stop trying. Every time someone pushes past failure, they prove to themselves that they are capable of more than they once believed. Fear of judgment is another powerful force that keeps people stuck. The worry about what others will think, say, or believe can be overwhelming. Many people spend their lives trying to fit in, to be accepted, to meet expectations that are not even their own. But the truth is, no matter what one does, there will always be people who disapprove. Trying to please everyone is a losing battle. The only opinion that truly matters is the one a person holds about themselves. Living life based on the fear of judgment means giving control to others. Taking back that control means deciding that personal happiness, fulfillment, and authenticity are more important than external approval. Stepping outside of the comfort zone is where real transformation happens. The comfort zone feels safe, but it is also limiting. It is a place of routine, of predictability, but also of stagnation. Growth requires discomfort. It requires taking risks, facing uncertainty, and challenging limiting beliefs. Every time someone steps outside of their comfort zone, they expand their possibilities. They prove to themselves that they are capable of more than they once thought. Confidence is built through action, through trying, through pushing past the voice that says, "I can't." Doubt can often feel like an internal battle. The mind creates scenarios of failure, rejection, or inadequacy before anything has even happened. This mental cycle can become exhausting, leading to hesitation and inaction. But breaking this cycle starts with challenging those thoughts. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" ask, "What if I succeed?" Instead of assuming the worst, consider the best case scenario. Reframing thoughts in a positive way shifts the perspective from fear to possibility. It allows the mind to see opportunities instead of limitations. Fear and doubt often feel the strongest when standing at the edge of something new. Whether it is starting a business, pursuing a dream, speaking up, or making a major life change, fear will always try to creep in, but the only way to overcome it is through action. Fear loses its power when it is faced head-on. The more one takes action despite fear, the weaker it becomes. Courage is like a muscle. The more it is used, the stronger it gets. Over time, what once felt terrifying becomes second nature. Self-doubt is also fueled by comparison. Looking at others and measuring personal success against their achievements can create unnecessary pressure. Social media, society, and even personal circles can make it seem like everyone else has it figured out. But the truth is, no one has it all together. Everyone has insecurities, fears, and moments of doubt. The key is to focus on personal growth instead of external comparison. Everyone's journey is different, and success is not a competition. The only person to compete with is the person from yesterday. The fear of not being enough is one of the most common struggles people face. Not smart enough, not talented enough, not experienced enough, the list goes on. But these are stories the mind creates, not realities. Every successful person started somewhere. No one begins as an expert. Growth happens through experience, through learning, through persistence. The belief that one must be perfect before taking action is a myth. No one has it all figured out from the start. Progress comes from doing, from trying, from learning along the way. Doubt also thrives on past experiences. If someone has faced rejection, failure, or criticism in the past, they may believe it will happen again. But the past does not define the future. Just because something did not work out before does not mean it will not work out now. People evolve, circumstances change, and new opportunities always exist. Carrying past failures into the present only creates unnecessary limitation. Releasing the past and focusing on the present allows for new possibilities to unfold. Surrounding oneself with the right people is essential in overcoming fear and doubt. Being around negativity, criticism, or unsupportive individuals can reinforce limiting beliefs. On the other hand, being around those who uplift, encourage, and believe in one's potential can be life-changing. Supportive environments fuel confidence and remind people of their strengths. Sometimes all it takes is one person to say, "I believe in you," to spark the courage needed to take a leap. Taking small steps is one of the best ways to combat fear. Often, people look at big goals and feel overwhelmed. The key is to break things down into manageable steps. Action builds momentum. Each small step forward weakens fear's grip. Instead of waiting for confidence to appear before taking action, take action first and confidence will follow. The more one proves to themselves that they are capable, the more self-doubt begins to fade. Fear and doubt will always exist, but they do not have to dictate choices. Every moment presents a decision to let fear win or to move forward in spite of it. The choice to step into courage, to challenge limiting beliefs, and to take action is always available. It is in those moments of decision that transformation happens, that confidence grows, and that possibilities open. Women have always been stronger together. The power of community support and uplifting one another is undeniable. Yet society often pits women against each other, fostering competition rather than collaboration. From an early age, many women are taught to compare themselves to others, to see other women as rivals rather than allies. This mindset creates unnecessary divisions, making it harder for women to rise together. But when women choose to support and uplift each other instead of tearing each other down, they create an unstoppable force. Empowered women empower women, and when one woman rises, she opens the door for many others to follow. Support can take many forms. It can be as simple as a kind word, a recommendation for an opportunity, or an act of encouragement. Many women face battles that are unseen: self-doubt, societal pressures, personal struggles. A single act of kindness or validation from another woman can be the difference between giving up and pushing forward. A compliment, a reminder of someone's strengths, or an acknowledgement of someone's effort can boost confidence and inspire action. These small moments of support can create ripples leading to greater courage, self-belief, and determination. Women are often conditioned to feel like they must do everything on their own. Strength is sometimes mistaken for self-reliance, and asking for help is seen as a sign of weakness. But true strength lies in knowing when to lean on others and when to offer a helping hand. No one succeeds alone. Behind every accomplished woman is a network of supporters, mentors, friends, colleagues, family members who have lifted her up at different stages of her journey. When women uplift each other, they create an environment where success is not just an individual achievement, but a collective victory. Representation matters. Seeing women in leadership, in business, in science, in the arts, and in every industry sends a powerful message to the next generation. It shows young girls that they too can achieve great things. But representation alone is not enough. There must also be active mentorship and sponsorship. Women in positions of influence have the ability to open doors for others, to advocate for them in rooms where they are not present, and to create opportunities that might not have existed otherwise. A woman's success should never be seen as a threat to another. Instead, it should be a source of inspiration, proving that success is possible for all. Collaboration is far more powerful than competition. When women work together, they amplify each other's voices and create lasting change. In business, partnerships between women-led companies can lead to greater innovation and success. In the workplace, advocating for a colleague's ideas or recognizing her contributions can lead to increased opportunities. In personal life, building strong friendships and networks of support creates a sense of belonging and resilience. There is no limit to what women can achieve when they lift each other up instead of tearing each other down. Unfortunately, internalized societal norms have sometimes made women feel like they must compete for limited opportunities. In workplaces where there are only a handful of leadership positions for women, some may feel pressured to outperform others rather than support them. But real progress happens when women challenge these limitations instead of conforming to them. By pushing for more seats at the table rather than fighting over a few, women create lasting change. Every woman who breaks a barrier makes it easier for others to do the same. Building a culture of support starts with shifting mindsets. Instead of seeing another woman's success as a reflection of personal inadequacy, it should be seen as proof of what is possible. Instead of being threatened by another woman's strengths, those strengths should be celebrated and learned from. A rising tide lifts all boats. And when women support each other, they all benefit. Recognizing that there is enough success, happiness, and opportunity for everyone removes the need for unnecessary competition. Encouraging other women does not take away from personal success, it enhances it. A workplace where women lift each other up is a workplace where innovation, creativity, and leadership thrive. A community where women support each other is a community that fosters growth, connection, and empowerment. The energy of encouragement is contagious. When one woman stands up for another, it sets an example for others to do the same. This creates a cycle of support that grows stronger with time. One of the most powerful ways to uplift others is through mentorship. Sharing knowledge, offering guidance, and providing advice can help another woman navigate challenges and avoid unnecessary struggles. Many successful women credit their achievements to the mentors who helped them along the way. Whether it is formal mentorship in a professional setting or informal mentorship in personal relationships, taking the time to guide and uplift someone else can have a lasting impact. Sometimes all it takes is someone saying, "I believe in you," to change the course of someone's life. Support also means standing up for other women, even when they are not in the room. It means advocating for fair treatment, equal opportunities, and recognition of contributions. It means addressing biases when they arise and calling out injustice. It means amplifying another woman's ideas instead of allowing them to be overlooked. Women's voices have historically been silenced or dismissed, but when women amplify each other, they become impossible to ignore. Creating spaces where women feel valued, heard, and respected leads to stronger communities and workplaces. Another important aspect of uplifting women is celebrating differences. Women come from diverse backgrounds, experiences, and perspectives, and these differences should be embraced rather than used as a source of division. True empowerment means recognizing and uplifting all women, regardless of race, class, age, or background. It means making space for voices that have been marginalized and ensuring that every woman has a chance to be seen and heard. Supporting others should not be selective, it should be inclusive and intentional. Uplifting others is not just about words, it is about actions. It means making space for other women in leadership roles, hiring women-owned businesses, supporting female entrepreneurs, and investing in the success of other women. It means sharing opportunities, providing resources, and showing up when it matters most. It means being intentional about the way women treat each other and recognizing that small actions can create big change. A recommendation, a referral, or even a word of encouragement can open doors that might have otherwise remained closed. In a world that often tries to divide, women have the power to unite. The strength of a supportive community cannot be underestimated. When women come together, they create movements. They inspire change and they break down barriers. They challenge outdated norms, demand better opportunities, and refuse to accept limitations placed upon them. History has shown that some of the most powerful changes have been driven by women standing together, supporting each other, and refusing to be silenced. Empowerment is not a solo journey. It is something that grows stronger when it is shared. Every woman has the ability to uplift another, whether through a kind word, a helping hand, or a simple act of encouragement. When women recognize their collective strength, they become an unstoppable force for change. The world becomes a better place when women support and uplift each other, knowing that every act of encouragement contributes to a future where all women can thrive.